Did we give you a fork? Honey.
It's Loving the Strange with Carrie Jones and Shaun Farrar. Loving the Strange, a podcast for weirdos and those who want to be weirder. Embrace the strange. New episodes every Saturday, live streaming Fridays. Loving the Strange. Check us out. Hey everybody, thanks for being here. Including you, Shaun.
Me of the many spots.
You of the many spots.
It's horrible.
So for those of you who don't know, Shawnee has had a couple cancer bouts this year, and he was kicking butt with them, but he had to put on cancer cream. And now
look at all those pre-cancerous spots on my forehead.
He is looking like an 87-year-old man.
Side of my face, wrong side, that side.
And his face is redder than normal.
But really just from the vodka.
But he's still a hot DILF. Is it DILF?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. With those spots. And we're really proud of you for taking care of your cancer, babe. But what's that cream supposed to do? It's supposed to burn it off?
Yeah, I think so.
And speaking of...
It feels like it's burning it off.
And speaking of burning it off, we're going to burn off our taste buds tonight. Because we're doing, like, basically a hot wings challenge.
I hope there's some heat here. I don't know. My wings look kind of like there's not enough sauce on them.
Shawnee has wings, whereas I have the veggie wings.
The friggin' meatless wings.
That look like nuggets. And he's judging me super hard. Anyways, so it's going to get progressively hotter. And Shaun hopefully brought in the info.
Oh, I got it right here, baby. See it?
Yeah.
See it? That's it.
Yeah.
1 through 10.
The info about each of the spices, and we have questions that people were kind enough to humor us with. Thank you, Dee, for sending in 1,000,000 questions, and thank you, Doug, as well.
Did Doug send them some sexy questions?
No, he did not send sexy questions. God. And you can also send questions during the podcast, in which I will eventually wear my glasses, like goggles.
Send in some sexy questions. I know you got it in you, but
no, Doug, no.
Come on, man.
And Susie's here, which makes me feel like I forgot my super spice killer. My bread. I left my bread.
It's out there on the counter. Sorry, baby.
Dee,
you want me to go get it for you?
It's nice to see you, Dee. And thank you very much. Doug, it's great to see you. And Susie, the last time we did this, she told me to have bread with sour cream and sugar on it.
Eat your bread.
Yes, please.
Oh my
and
God. That's like -5 points right there.
It's not -5 points.
Yes, it is.
It's because you love me and you want me to survive. But the last time that we did this, Susie told me, because Susie knows all things, that if you put sour cream and sugar on bread, which sounds kind of disgusting, it saves you from death via hot wing sauce.
I gotta tell you what, your bread's not out there.
It's in the fridge, honey.
Oh, you put it in the fridge?
Yeah, because it has sour cream
on it.
Oh my God. And I didn't want to get food poisoning.
Oh my God.
To me, it's smart. To Shaun, it's silly. But I think that we should all try not to have food poisoning. Because why not? Okay, so you all can see through Shaun's video thing that my chair is no longer a cute little blue velvet chair, but now some sort of gamer chair from Secret Lab in Titan. I got that for Christmas.
Do you like it?
It's not my style.
I haven't heard you complain about any shoulder or back pain lately.
I complain every day about
No.
Shawnee brought me my bread. Oh. All right, you ready, Shawnee?
I'm ready. You're the one that's like, I need my bread.
I don't think I said it like that.
I need my bread.
I don't think I said it like that.
I'm ready.
Before we start, I would like everyone to know that I accidentally, I was like, I should wear makeup. And I put eyeliner in my eyebrow. But I still have no eyebrows. And you can't tell. And it was black eyeliner. And I think that says a lot about my lack of eyebrow. Are you already eating?
Oh, yeah, it's like 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time.
Okay, tell us about the very first hot sauce in the Scoville rating.
It's a wimpy hot sauce.
I don't think
It's
so.
the classic garlic Fresno edition. It's only 1,700 Scoville units. I'm not going to read anymore.
All right. We going for it?
Hell yeah. My word. I'm hungry.
It's okay.
It's got good flavor.
I feel like I've already lost my hot. Like I'm feeling like I feel that. And it's number 1. All right.
Baby, you should not feel that whatsoever.
Ooh, yeah, I did. All right, ready? Shawnee, I'm going to ask you a Florida question.
How do I get to ask you questions?
You don't. I can ask myself questions.
That's not fair.
That's our puppy.
I know.
You're in charge of the wings, and I'm in charge of the questions. So number 1 question is, oh no, the puppy is barking. The number 1 question is, Shaun, you're a Florida boy and law enforcement experience as well. Please explain the crazy $$ stories of crime that come out of Florida. Why? Why is Florida that way? Margaret. It's hot, says Margaret.
I was never a law enforcement officer in Florida. Let me say that as a disclaimer. But as a long-time resident, my answer is just like anywhere else that has a kind of a high crime rate. It's because of the melting pot effect.
That's not because of the heat.
Well, that could be. I swear, I think that's a factor. I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, the humidity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it because you can go on cocaine runs on boats?
Well, you can do that from anywhere on the East
Not
Coast.
from Maine.
That'd be a long run.
That'd be a really long run. In my head, when I think of Florida and Florida man stories, I think of stand your ground laws, and I think of bath salts, and I think of alligators.
But you can think about most of that anywhere.
Really?
Not the alligators.
And I think about flat terrain.
Yeah.
And just wanting Miami Vice. Yeah. And just wanting to have that Miami Vice life and that dream, and then not getting it. Dee said something was horrible, but I don't know what it was.
I don't know. Either.
And John Bell says, tell them to sit in their car with the heat on and in direct sunlight and drink moonshine and see where that takes them. See, that's what I'm saying. John's got it. It's that's what it's about. It's hot down there.
It is hot down there. And humid, as he says.
Yeah, it's just how do you be normal when it's so hot and humid and you're sitting in your car?
Most people's favorite beverage down there is Bud or Bud Light.
To the morgue? I don't even know, Doug. I don't even know. But yeah, I feel like that's a really good question. Are we ready for the next one?
I am.
All right. This is number 2, Shaun. You want to tell us about number 2?
Yeah.
I'm trying to power through this hellhole that I am now.
All I'm going to say so far is that you didn't answer any question for number 1.
It was
But anyways, number 2. Why are you eating it already? It's an island wing sauce. Oh, okay. It should taste good. It's only 5,500 Scoville heat units.
So it's supposed to be hotter than the first one, but it's so much better.
Yeah, but 5,500, you can hardly feel that. That's like your chapstick.
Did you really say it's like your chapstick?
Yeah.
I really like this one. My vegan pretend chicken also really likes this one.
It does have a good flavor.
Susie says, throw the full moon into the mix and see what you get. I think that's a good question. Our dog's crying, Shaun.
So.
All right. I'll do one now, right?
Okay.
Carrie, when you finished your very first manuscript, who did you ask to proofread it? And I will tell you, no one. And you can tell. I sent that first manuscript. My first published book I wrote in NaNoWriMo, which is National Novel Writing Month. And you're supposed to write
November.
Yes. And you're supposed to write 50,000 words in a month, which I did. when I was at Vermont College of Fine Arts at the time getting an MFA. And I was already overwhelming my professors because I wrote too much. You could only send like 40 pages a month. And I was like, how do you only write 40 pages a month? And so, but I really liked the story. So I just did everything wrong and I sent it out to publishers and agents without having anybody read it, which is the biggest no-no ever. And this one agent editor, oh my god, I'm so sorry, already the hot sauce was getting to my brain. One of my favorite people in the whole universe is an editor named Andrew Carr, and he despite the fact that I did everything wrong and nobody proofread my first novel and nobody read it before I sent it to Andrew, Andrew was like, yeah, I'll take this, let's take this bad boy, you're amusing me because you suck so bad in all these other ways. And so that's how I became a published author, and the novel won like an independent book publishers award, and it was like really cool. And I did it but I did everything wrong, and you should normally have somebody proofread your novel before you send it to agents and publishers. Chris Walsh said, what the hell did you not learn from the last spicy challenge?
That was a different kind of spicy challenge.
No, Chris. No, Shaun did not learn. He did not.
Carrie that's got to worry, maybe.
Learned.
If
and I'm
Vicky
very...
picked up any of the heat.
Chris said Shaun got bored of the story and left. So did everybody else, Chris.
I had to go let the doggy out.
So did everybody else.
She was crying.
This is Pogi, and Pogi wants hot wings. Pogi cannot have hot wings, right, Pogi? No, baby, no. Dee said puppy, and then Chris said, oh, he came back to keep a happy household.
Let's go on to number 3. Your chump ass question.
I didn't. What the hell? I didn't make up the questions.
This
All right.
is called mescaline. I hope it's got some mezcal in it with the worm.
All right.
It's
Going?
supposed to be 6,600 Scoville heat units, which is still not a lot. So I don't want to hear any whining or crying over there.
I honestly like number 2 and number 3 more than number 1. Like both number 2 and number 3 make me happy. Unlike my husband.
Oh my god.
I couldn't help it. All right, it was just so easy. All right, you ready for a question?
No, not after that. What you just said.
I couldn't help
Such
it.
a lie.
Chris spurred me on. All right, Shawnee, you ready?
What?
What's the best Florida memory from when you were young? He just put more hot wing in his mouth instead of answering it, babe.
Because I'm thinking.
You can't think, it's a podcast. Christopher said he enjoys a good number 2 as well. I didn't mean it that way. I think.
What did you say? I was your number 2?
No, I said I like number 2 and number 3, but I didn't like number 1.
I got it.
It's sort of like a potty joke.
My what was the question?
It's too hot for you. Oh, Shawnee. Best Florida memory from when you were young.
Oh, it's fishing. Like there's a lot of them, but it's all centered around fishing.
John Bell says your trip to the Keys.
Wait, that was fishing.
Okay.
And drinking. But.
Oh boy. And Caitlin's over on YouTube watching and says you're actually OMG, you're actually eating hot wings. I came in late. Yeah, we are. And it's hell, Caitlin.
They're not hot yet.
I'm having a hard time.
No, you're not.
I'm having a hard time.
You're saying yourself out mentally.
All right. Anyways, ready? That's your answer. That's not much of an answer, babe. That's not like scintillating or anything.
Oh well.
Got like.
I guess if you're not a fisherman, you wouldn't get the scintillating.
You gave no details, babe. Any good story has details.
Casting the bait out into the water and having something bite it and having a big splash when it bites, and then you just the line zipping off your reel like.
Dude, that's your best Florida memory?
Oh, okay. Let's get sexual then.
No, let's not. Okay, moving on. Tell us about hot wing number 4.
Oh, hot wing number 4. Never mind. I was going to make it sexual. Los Calientes Verde. No. We're up to a whopping 36,000 Scoville units.
Is that a lot?
No.
Oh.
Not compared to the 2 million we're going to finish off with.
I don't know if that's the right.
Baby.
What?
Let's go.
All right.
Power through it.
All right.
You
Let me tell you the
this
question.
This is your question.
No, it's both of our questions.
All right.
The question is, I'm always curious about how people from away came to live in Maine. Obviously, that's from a Mainer, right?
Seems like it.
Baby, you laughed and I saw all your wing inside your mouth.
Sorry.
Okay. So do you want to tell us how you came to Maine while I try to power through number 4?
Mine was pretty easy. Different than yours. I didn't have anything going on at a certain point in my life. And my aunt and her husband opened a restaurant up here in Bar Harbor and asked me if I wanted to come up and work for the summer. And I was like, sure. I'll give it a try.
What had you been doing before that?
Drywall.
Oh, Susie's from Hawaii. I was thinking that it was like, I forgot it was Susie who asked the question, I guess.
Oh, no.
Oh, sorry, Susie.
She's from Hawaii.
So you were doing drywall.
Yeah.
And then you're like, yeah, I'll go work in a restaurant.
Yeah.
That's a big switch.
It is. But, at the time I was tired of Florida. Like waiting in line for everything.
Chris wants to know what restaurant, babe.
Well, it doesn't exist anymore.
That doesn't matter. Christopher was here.
I know.
Right.
It was where A&B Naturals is now, and it was Blackboards.
I came to Maine. I'll bore everybody, but I just came to Maine for college. My family.
That is like a quarter of the story.
My family was from like Sanford. Originally, and they left Maine because there was no economic opportunity at the time and moved to New Hampshire, that part of the family. And then when it came time to college, I ended up going to Bates, which is in Lewiston, Maine. And then I got pregnant.
There you go.
And then we got married. And then my husband at the time ended up getting a job at Jackson Lab, which is in Bar Harbor, as a scientific researcher person in a lab. And so then we moved here. And we couldn't find housing.
Then you moved to Ellsworth.
And then so we really moved to Trenton.
Even in the 1800s.
Even back in the 1800s, we couldn't find housing in Bar Harbor. And so we moved to Trenton and then to Ellsworth until finally I got to come to Bar Harbor. And it took a hell of a long time. The end. Susie's mom was a Mainer. So that's why we both came. I guess we both came for economic opportunity.
That's right. Economic opportunities.
Like many a poor person. There we go. You want to tell us about number 5?
Are we on 5 already?
Mm-hmm.
Good Lord. We're running ahead of time. It's only 7:18.
Babe, you gotta keep talking because it's a podcast.
Called the 7th Reaper.
Okay.
It's 59,000 Scoville heat units. Hey, it actually says Shaun of Sauce Leopard dreamed up this next sauce. So,
did they spell it your way?
Yeah.
What?
Exactly my way.
No way.
S-H-A-U-N.
All right. Aw, Christopher said that we would look. Christopher, you're being nice. Are you being sarcastic?
He must be drunk.
Christopher,
I will let you detail my truck in the spring.
Christopher said we lucked out getting you both.
I know.
Christopher's gonna make me hot sauce cry.
He's your next week.
All right. So the next question is, and straight up, what percentage chance do you give for a Bigfoot or close relative living in the great northern Maine woods? Please and thank you.
Ah!
Go, Shaun.
Percentage chance?
Hmm?
20%.
You only think there's a Bigfoot 20%?
Yeah.
There was just a great Bigfoot story too. In I can't talk anymore. In Unexplained Maine, which is this cool Facebook group where people make fun of each other, but it's cool because people also tell their weird man stories where they can't figure out what happened. And there's a recent story in there about these people driving through Ellsworth, and they saw, oh, it's not that recent actually, but they drove through Ellsworth and they saw basically a two-legged human thing, right?
Humanoid type.
All hairy,
Had hair.
walking across the road in front of them when they were coming back from a movie in Bangor on date night. And they both saw it, and then they both saw a smaller one right behind it, and it was so cool. And that's not even the Great Main North
They were
Woods.
just porcupines.
They were not porcupines, they were tall. And the woman was a biologist. Like, and there's a YouTube video about them, and they're very interesting, and they seem like they're not making it up. Yeah, so I would give Bigfoot in the North Main Woods, if there is a Bigfoot, a good, if Bigfoot exists, 90%. If Bigfoot doesn't exist,
You can't throw that qualifier out.
no.
At all. Oh my God! If he exists, if he exists, I'd give him 100%.
If he exists, he's there, man. He's there. And if he doesn't exist, he's not there. How's that?
Oh my God!
You said
You should never play like the stock market or anything.
that's why I don't. Maybe you said maybe Bigfoot's gone on vacation right now. Went to Forks, Washington for a break. He's in the land of Twilight right now with Edward, Bella, and the werewolf. What was the werewolf's name?
What?
Jake? Joshua?
Oh, I did watch that series, but I don't remember.
You watched that?
With you?
No, you didn't.
Oh, not Twilight. No, I watched the Sookie one.
That was your last one.
And the fairy one.
Puppy got lost.
She's too dumb to go around.
So we have two doors to the office, and one
Our
is
house
shut.
a circle.
And Poggy's not intelligent enough to understand that the other door that she left is open, whereas the door she's snatching.
It was Jacob.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
I got it.
You
Thanks,
do.
Steve Harris. Yeah.
Oh man. Dee knows that it was Jacob the werewolf and Renesmee was their kid. Honey, can you look at
I
puppy?
gotta let the dog in. Jesus
Okay.
Christ. She's stupid.
All right, so John says about Shawnee, I know he wanted to be a cop in Florida. What? I never
What's
knew
that?
that, John Bell.
No, that's not true.
And I was shocked when he went to Maine. How did he go from
That's-
restaurant to cop in Maine? That's a question.
I matured. But actually, I did apply. John's right. I did apply one time with the Broward County Sheriff's Office, but for corrections officer, not sheriff.
That's how you started off in Maine.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not. You're wrong.
I'm wrong?
I started off as a seasonal police officer in Bar Harbor, and then I went to the sheriff's office for year-round employment.
Oh.
And then when I got hired full-time in Bar Harbor, I quit to go to jail.
So I used to see Shawnee in the jail
Yeah.
because, I probably shouldn't tell this story.
I'm always right. No, you can.
Okay, so there were.
What?
I don't feel like this is a good thing for me to say, but it's honest.
Then don't say it. Oh, I know what you.
So there were two.
She used
Sean's
to go home at
huge.
night and-
No, that's not what I did. There were two huge, tall, blonde cops who weren't cops, I guess. They were correctional officers at the Hancock County Jail at the time.
We were actually both part-time cops.
Okay, whatever. They were both blonde. They were both really tall, like 6'6". I couldn't tell them apart. And I didn't know they were two different people. And I used to go in there and like hold workshops to not teach, but just chill out with
She was
inmates.
trying to hook up with the inmates, but
Writing. I would help them with their writing. And one of the cops was like super cool and he was always smiling and so nice. And he like peek in through the little window to make sure I was safe. I was never not safe.
I'm a bit of a voyeur.
And the other cop was not very nice. And whenever I was like, hey, he was like, "Meh," like that. And anyone local will know who that other cop is. And I'm sure he's a wonderful human being. He probably just didn't like me. And I could not figure out why the hell this cop liked me half the time and hated me the other half of the time.
That is really a funny story.
Until I finally figured it out like 8 years later. But Shaun was a nice cop. The end. You were playing good cop, bad cop, but you didn't even know.
We were cops, both of us, technically, but we were corrections officers.
Yeah, we went through that
as
already.
you knew us.
Yeah. So, Lucy Ivy Bixby Cooper, I know their real name, said, "Wonder if that's why a cryptozoology museum is moving from Portland to Bangor." Wait, it is?
It's probably the price of rent.
I didn't know it. So in Maine, we have a cryptozoology museum.
Yes,
by cryptozoologist Lauren Coleman, who's in all the cryptozoology TV shows. And apparently it's moving closer to us, to Bangor, which is where Stephen King lives, which might be part of it too.
Is that going to be part of the Children's Discovery Museum?
There's also a Children's Discovery Museum in Maine, in Bangor. And it would be very funny if it was like, here's a werewolf's tooth. Here's Barney the dinosaur. Here's how photosynthesis works. Oh, look, this is a vampire killing someone. That would be kind of fun.
Hey, kids, this is how you can tell female Bigfoot from Bigfoot.
No.
The male.
Why do you always go there?
Because I'm a male.
It's always about genitalia.
I'm a male Bigfoot.
All right, Chris says, what's Bigfoot's...
doubting my own or admiring yours?
Do you want to read this joke?
What is Bigfoot's favorite type of snack chip? Same as mine. Doritos.
No.
Man, I tell Carrie this all the time. If they could just sell like Doritos powder in a pouch and you could put it on everything, it would be so you could put it on a bologna and American cheese and mayonnaise sandwich. It would just bump it up. Like, who was that cook? Oh, Emerald Lagasse. Like, BAM!
I don't even know.
Dude, I'm starving. Can we have another wing?
Oh, yeah, sure. What number is this?
6.
You're moving right along, babe.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I'm going in.
Oh, it's still only 7:27. Wait, no, you can't go in until I read the description. You're going to start crying one of these times, and I haven't even read about the hot sauce.
I'm sorry, I'm just breaking all the rules.
Number 6. Oh, this is the Collard and Ghost.
This one's getting me.
I got to read this one. It's 70,000 Scoville heat units. Chef Sam of Hot and Saucy is putting the soul in soul food.
Oh, my tongue. Baby, read quickly.
No, I'm not reading anymore. I'm just skimming.
Oh, all right. So it's spicy.
They make it sound like there's some collard ingredient, but also ghost pepper. So.
All right. So Nancy says that the the cryptozoology places that has been at Thompson's Point, but that's their doggy's name. But it's no longer there. It's coming to Bangor. And Dee says that she wants to hang out with Stephen King so bad. Let me tell you. I went to a Democratic state Maine convention back in 1822. And Stephen King was there using a urinal. I was not a man.
Were you in the men's bathroom?
What?
Were you in the men's bathroom?
No, I was continuing that. And my boyfriend, however, was a boy.
Oh.
And he had a penis. And so he went into the men's bathroom.
Thank God.
And he went to the urinals, and he was a super big Stephen King fan. In fact, so big that one of his big presents to me was an unabridged version of The Stand.
What was that? You couldn't even carry that by hand.
It was big. It was fat.
I don't believe that.
It was fat. No,
I think an unabridged version of The Stand, you need a hand cart to move that thing.
It was very big. And he was so proud that he had read it all, and then he gave it to me. And I'm like, you're giving me a used book for my birthday? I guess it's romantic. I don't know.
Man, you have some high quality boyfriends.
It's a Stand. Our first date was actually to go see Silence of the Lambs. I didn't realize it was a date until he tried to kiss me. Anyway.
That's a sexy movie.
Anyways.
I tell you every night, baby. It puts the lotion on the skin.
No. Anyways, so Anyways, we're at this national convention. Not a national, it's a state convention. He comes running out of the urinal. I think something terrible has happened because you don't normally come running out of a urinal.
I accidentally dribbled on
Bathroom
Stephen
place.
King's penis.
And he was like, guess who was peeing next to me? Guess who was peeing next to me? Oh my God, oh my God. And it was Stephen King because he's a notoriously proud Democrat in the state of Maine. Whew, that was a lot.
Wow.
All right, so Dee says, why would you need Doritos if you just have the powder, babe?
Because you can put on anything. And the chip is not the taste, it's the powder. It's the flavoring powder that they put in the tumbler with the chip. And they spit in there to get it to stick to the chip.
Susie says that I shouldn't touch my face.
Well, I told you that before we
I know,
started.
I'm not very good at listening. And Doug says you had me at super big.
Me too. Like, my dream.
And Doug said, was Chewbacca a Bigfoot? In my dreams, Chewbacca is a Bigfoot.
He could have been a Bigfoot. Like, totally.
I think they're very similar.
What?
I got a message. All right, so.
Ooh, from whom?
Me. All right, ready?
So,
here's our next question. You ready?
It is. Yeah.
Oh,
we haven't done the question yet?
No, we just went off on tangents.
Holy smokes.
Okay. What's the best time to hunt for Bigfoot?
Mating season.
Oh my God.
Because then they think of nothing else. And you can sneak right up on them. You can make a video. I don't know why there's no Bigfoot porn videos on Pornhub yet.
I'm sure there's probably Bigfoot porn
Those are
videos.
fake. You should be able to get a real one on your trail cam.
Babe, you can't get a real Bigfoot.
Dude, I just saw one on Facebook where a white-tailed deer tried to mate with a fake female. It was like an archery target, and her head fell off, and the deer was like, "Huh?" And he jumped down and wandered off like, I didn't do nothing. It's funny. I'll show it to you when we're done.
Okay, that sounds like a good time, baby. Steve Waddell asked, when is Bigfoot mating season, Shaun?
Every day. In Bar Harbor.
And Chris says that I keep rubbing my eyes. Do I? I'm using the back of my hands though, right? That's okay. Right.
I got a really good response to that, but I can't say it.
Okay. And Poop says, move over everything bagels, Dorito bagels.
Oh my God, this is perfect. It's like the Doritos Locos or the whatever it's called at Taco Bell, where they have the hard taco cell that's immersed in Doritos powder. Oh my God, it's the best thing on earth. I can eat those every day for the rest of my life. I'd probably only live like 37 more days, but I could. Doritos powder goes on everything.
Everything.
Can
All
you
right.
imagine that on a nice piece of salmon?
No.
Yeah.
That's disgusting.
That's like, you put Doritos powder on anything, it's like street taco ready to go.
Baby.
What?
No.
I think you can build a whole entire restaurant around that.
I think we've just proved once
Doritos
again
powder.
that we are not compatible humans, right, Pogues?
But we are.
Pogie is staring at my wings.
Well, yeah. I stare at your wings every day. Aha!
No.
Are we ready for number 7?
Well, let's do the follow-up question for that, which is, when is the best time for Bigfoot to hunt you?
Oh.
You don't want this,
When
baby.
I'm on a pooper in the morning.
Which is a few hours. All right, so here's
I don't sit in there for a few hours. You're so full
Pogie,
of
does
crap.
he? Yeah.
More full of crap than I am.
Pogie the puppy says you do. So,
Yes.
Pogie, you can't have it.
Pogie, get down.
All right, so are you ready? Tell me about number 7, babe.
Oh, that was it? You're not going to answer this follow-up question?
What's that?
The one you just read.
When's the best time for Bigfoot to hunt you? When Shawnee's on the pooper.
Oh, come on. Number 7.
All right, here we go.
Turfing's Curse. It's 99,000 Scoville heat units.
Pogie.
Let's see what's interesting in the description. It's the first South Dakotan sauce.
This is boring. Just move on. All right, ready?
All
Try
right,
it.
Eat it.
Pogie, no. All right.
Let the dog eat it. Please. Carrie never lets the dog out at night. when they have the kids.
What? All right, ready? Doug wants to know, chicken wings come in 2 kinds. What kind do you prefer?
Oh,
Yes?
I prefer what I call the leg portion,
This got me.
which is not the portion. It's the single bone portion, not the 2 bone portion, which I call the wing. Now, in the package of chicken wings I purchased tonight, I actually got the tip of the wing because there's 3 parts to every chicken wing. Normally, you don't see the 3rd part because it's like the skinny thing. You're like chewing this old alligator skin, and there's no meat on it. But I prefer what I consider to be the initial first part, like the thigh, the single bone, not the double bone.
Boo?
What?
I think that Doug may have meant wet rub versus dry rub.
Oh.
But I'm not sure.
You didn't say crap about rub.
And which do you prefer?
Of rubs?
Like, do you want a wet,
For
saucy
wings, I
wing?
want a wet sauce, definitely.
Like pro carbs.
Pro carbs, sure. I don't care about carbs.
We know because you like the Doritos. All right, ready?
Yeah. No, just the flavoring.
All right, so here's another question. Ready?
Uh-huh.
Why? Why do nice people like you two turn into taste bud murdering fiends? Is it something to do with the lunar cycle? Or more likely is a solar thing because hot stuff? Hot solar. So why, babe? Why do you like...
I don't consider it to be taste bud murdering. I consider it to be taste bud
Yeah.
like making it better. What would be the term? What would be the word for that? Taste
Enhancing?
bud. Enhancing. That's correct.
All right, follow-up question. How long does it take your mouth to recover from one of those hot wing challenges? Same question for your stomach.
My stomach doesn't get affected. My mouth maybe like 20 minutes. What about you?
Does the other end of your digestive system get affected?
No, not from hot wing challenge.
No?
Nope.
All right. Let's move on.
No, you got to answer some of them questions too, woman.
Well, I think that I'm a little bit more affected than Shaun because I grew up where the only spice in my house came from my Portuguese aunts, and my mom would never have.
Your mom used to think taco seasoning in the package was too spicy.
My mom would have the taco seasoning in old El Paso taco seasoning packets because it was just too much. So I grew up in a house of no spice except for my Portuguese family whenever they came. And whenever they came, my mama ate the Rolade pack after Rolade pack after Rolade pack to try to handle it. But I liked it. So I think that I don't have the natural, I haven't learned the spicy the way Shawnee has learned the spicy. But I feel like I'm doing okay this time.
I didn't learn the spicy.
Oh.
No, I just liked it. Like, I don't know. I just fell into it.
I never even had the opportunity to like it, though. Like, other than when I went to my aunt's house.
With a stupid bet at a taco restaurant.
Tell us the story.
I've already told this story on this podcast before. And John Bell can attest to it. And it was a stupid hot sauce challenge at a taco place that was a regional chain, I think, in Florida called Taco Bravo. And they obviously had a super hot sauce. And I'm pretty sure a friend of ours, who I'm a Facebook friends with, Damon Cassioli, a.k.a. Wingleg, challenged me or...
Wait, his name was Wingleg?
Yeah, that's another story. But
that sounds like a better story.
So basically it was like, how many cups of the hot sauce could you eat? And in the end, I won. And I think that's what started my love of hot stuff.
Oh, Susie wants me to stop rubbing my nose with my fingers.
Well, because she wants you to stop sniffing.
I can't help it. I can't help it, Susie. I have no control. All right, here's a question. Ready? Weight. Period. How tall are you? Are you tall? Zoom makes everyone seem tiny.
How tall are you,
Does
baby?
Shawnee seem tiny?
I do. I look normal on here.
Yeah.
Why
I
don't we
like it.
stand up in the middle of the office and people can see our head?
Maybe. So how tall?
Right now.
How tall are you, Shawnee?
6'6".
And how tall am I?
5'2".
5'8".
Oh yeah, 5'8". I forgot. We just measured me, all right.
My driver's license
I
says
got
I'm
out
5'4".
my special measuring tape.
I apparently am
Which
not
I cut
5'4".
the first 5 inches off of them, so
What?
nothing.
Susie says the lining to your nose is like your eyes and very sensitive.
You know what else is like that?
No.
Hey. Apparently you do, because you tried to shut me down.
All right, we have more personal questions here. Ready?
Sure.
What the hell?
What the hell? What?
That's the question. What the hell? It's from John Hill.
Oh.
Oh, I touched my nose again. Ugh. All right. Ready?
For what?
Question.
Yes.
Favorite movie?
Oh God, I knew this was coming, and I was thinking of it like.
Oh, I moved on to the next wing.
Yeah, put that shit down. What is wrong with you? Why are you using a toothpick? Is that your number 1 wing? You've been cheating this whole time, haven't you? Somehow.
What's your favorite movie, baby?
Of all time?
Yeah.
Oh, geez. I know what it is, but I'm afraid because you hate it.
Just say it.
It's Usual Suspects.
I don't remember it.
Usual Suspects.
I don't remember the movie.
Got Kevin Costner. That's all I know.
What's your favorite movie?
I just told you, The Usual Suspects.
No, if it's your favorite movie, how is that all you remember?
Oh, I remember a lot about the movie. It takes place on a ship, like a commercial ship.
Was there something with shipping containers?
I don't know about that.
My favorite movie.
Kaiser Sose. You don't remember the name Kaiser Sose?
No.
Okay.
My favorite movie of all time is super stupid.
I know.
And it's from the 80s, and you can't even stream it because
that is a stupid movie.
It's so stupid, but I watched it 87 times with my best friend Jackie Schreiber, and it's called Gotcha. And it had that guy from the Top Gun movie that dies, and it's spies, and he's this American kid who's a university student who does paintball. He goes to Europe on a trip and somehow gets all caught up in spy espionage.
Espionage.
I can't talk because my tongue is on fire.
Wait, you forgot one last word. Espionage. Jesus Christ. We're going to make it as big. Espionage.
He gets all caught up in espionage, and he I don't know, but in my teens I thought it was the best, most adorable movie ever, and I would love to be able to watch it again. Can't breathe.
Espionage.
Shawnee, one more before we move on. What's your Jenna says, Carrie, you're a trooper, and I'm craving wings now. Not these wings.
Oh, they're not hot at all yet. We've got 3 more to go.
Steve says, I remember that one. That is why you are my co-author, Steve Waddell, because you know the movies and the good ones. And Dee says, my brother's getting wings now, too. We're inspiring people.
Hell yeah, get some buffalo wings.
All right.
Ours have mostly just heat, not flavor, so get some good flavorful ones.
Baby, I'm going to ask you one more thing before we move on. What's your dream job?
Yeah. My dream job would it definitely involve the water in a boat. Maybe
cruise ship captain?
No.
The Love Boat.
Maybe more like a fishing guide.
Oh.
Yeah.
Huh.
A backwater fishing guide, like brackish water strictly.
John Bell said it's 4 of us because he ordered some wings 30 minutes ago.
Well, we should be getting a sponsor out.
Dude,
I
yeah.
don't know where everybody's going to go. I gotta go get some more French fries.
You want mine?
You want some more?
No, I
No,
still
I
have
don't
a
want
ton.
one. Yours, you need them.
All right, so apparently I am going to have to be in charge of the podcast all by myself. Oh, I know. I'll answer a writing one. Do you write poetry? Yes, I actually started as a poet. But I didn't get any money. Like I'd get free copies, and I couldn't. That just didn't really work because you need money when it's a job. And so I ended up freelancing for the Ellsworth Weekly, where Chris Doherty took me under her wing and taught me how to write things. And then I got like $30 per story. And then I learned that if you're super productive and write like 10 stories a week, you earn more than the regular reporters. And that is the story of how I became productive and a newspaper reporter. So it was all poetry's fault. And then how much time do you put in daily when working on a book, say? I put an hour. Right now in my life, I only have about an hour to put in to writing a book. That's my
why
own
I'm
book.
laughing, because she never gets to work on her own crap.
I do, because I'm too busy trying to make money for the family.
Yeah.
But
She's a very good supporter.
I'm very kind, but it's making my own novels kind of get put on the back burner because I'm making more money doing other things. So I am writing about an hour a day right now on my own stuff.
If she's lucky.
No, I put it on my to-do list. When I put it on my to-do list, it gets on there.
All right.
All right. Shaun's back. You want to tell us about the next crazy, horrifying wing that I had already started?
We're on number 8.
Yes.
Is it hot?
Yes.
It's the bomb product. It's called Evolution. We've had it before.
Okay.
It's 135,500 Scoville units.
Oh. Thanks,
So.
Dee. Dee says she likes my poems.
Have at it. Oh, I like your poems too.
Poogie, no.
Don't give your dog chicken.
I'm not.
Well, what are you doing then?
Trying to survive, honestly.
Not hot.
Susie's husband now, also Art, wants them to. And Jenna says, I'm so glad you put in the work and kept writing. I will forever love the Need series and believe in the weirdness of the New England woods. Thanks to you. The New England woods are weird, honestly. Don't you think, Shaun?
I think all woods are weird.
I love the woods.
Honestly.
I love the weirdness of
And
the
I think
woods.
this sauce is finally getting a little heat to it.
Jenna says, love to Pokey. I'm not touching my nose with my fingers, but gosh darn it, I want to. Susie, I want to.
Why?
Because I need to do something.
Eat some of your toast.
I feel like I'm having a baby. Like that? Isn't that like the breathing?
Homage.
Yeah, maybe. All right. So, here. How cold does it get in Maine?
Well, depends on where you are.
What?
Depends on where you are.
Okay, help us out a little more.
On where we live, which is on an island surrounded by the ocean, which doesn't ever get even close to the freezing. Babe, where you go?
I'm dying.
That is pretty spicy, huh?
Yeah. It got really hot on number 8.
It did. I agree with you. Like, I'm going to have to leave one more time to refill my drink.
You keep leaving. I think that's probably cheating. Like, my whole lips are on fire, and I can't, like, they're, like, it's like, you know, like when your foot falls asleep?
Yeah.
It's like my lips are falling asleep.
Anyways. We live in a pretty temperate area of Maine.
Because it's on the coast.
Right. It's surrounded by water. It's truly an island. But.
It hurts. I can do this. I can do this.
I think this winter so far has been pretty warm for Maine, hasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. Like today.
20s or 30s, not super cold.
Today, Shawnee was like, you don't need to wear your winter coat when we walk the dogs. But
well, it was raining today. It was like in the 50s.
You know what's really interesting? My eyeballs, like not where my irises are, were white when we started this, but now they're red tinged.
Ha! So you
Okay,
had to tell that one story.
so Jenna says to hang in there.
He says, hang in there.
Sayer says,
We only got 2 more left, baby.
I love your poems too. Steve says, Carrie, please don't die.
She won't die.
Jenna said, I will. Jenna says, love the pokey.
You already said that one.
Did I do this one?
Yeah.
All right, and Art says, hi, strange lovers. Which is so perfect. And Art's mom says to put my bread upside down so the sour cream or yogurt touches my tongue. And I kind of feel like that's cheating, but I'm going in.
That.
Huh?
You're doing it? Oh my god. That's cheating. You shouldn't be allowed to do that until after the 10th wing. Because it's a 10 sauce process.
Okay, fine. Whatever.
No, you already did it.
I thought you loved me.
Well, everything has a limitation.
All right. Are we moving on? Should I ask another question?
All right.
Which?
You can't ask me which because I don't know the questions.
Oh, no, I meant, do you want me to move on or do you want me to ask
a question real quick?
Okay. So Sayer asked, because Sayer's in India, right? Yeah. Hey, what's living in Maine like? Because it's a small island in the US, but it's not showing in Google Maps. So
what?
We exist in Google Maps. The exact locations. So he wants to know how the weather is and like the people and who's lived there. That's a lot.
Yeah,
well, Christopher Walsh and Art Gowie both live here.
Famous people.
And they are very famous in my heart, at least. And but Art's an artist and Chris is a writer and dog saver and amazing human being, both of them. But also our island is like one of the biggest islands in the East Coast. Oh, Poggy tried to eat my bread. The eastern coast of the United States. And Maine is if you go all the way up to the tippy top of the United States on that right-hand side.
Pretty much Canada.
Almost to Canada. And we live on the coast of Maine, which is why it's a little bit warmer than the inside of Maine. And I sound like I'm talking to second graders. But it's like beautiful. There's like granite rocky cliffs heading down to the ocean and like these little baby mini mountains, and they're covered in forest and granite and lupins, and it gets foggy sometimes and it feels like magic, and it gets cold but not as cold as the rest of the Maine. And I'm not very good at doing Fahrenheit to Celsius, but gosh, other people who live here, how cold does it get?
Not this year.
I know, but
I don't think it's gotten very cold.
Babe, how cold does it get, man? Like,
how cold does it get?
Yeah.
Well, it gets below 0.
Like, it gets below 0 Fahrenheit.
But it doesn't spend that much
time down there.
Even anywhere in Maine.
And we'll have like a couple days in the whole year that's over 90 degrees Fahrenheit. And again, I apologize for not being able to do Celsius conversions when my brain is on fire.
Come on, lovey.
He says I'm dying.
You're not dying.
She
said you may be dying over there.
I think I might be. And Jenna says that's why they serve hot wings with ranch or blue cheese dressing. The sour cream helps soothe the heat and enhance the flavors. I feel that makes it fair. Thank you.
I don't like either one of those dresses. Let's do number 9, baby. Quick. All
right, let's go. I'm biting in.
Oh, I gotta describe the sauce first.
Okay.
It's Psycho hot sauce. It's 666,000 because Mark of the Beast on Friday the 13th.
It is.
It's the one that's gonna do you in, baby.
I'm already done.
No, you're not. You're not eating wings. You're eating vegetarian, baby.
Someone said it's worse when you're doing veggie nuggets.
Yeah.
I believe that. Also, I also believe you're psycho if you're doing this.
It doesn't taste hot at all, yeah.
It just came out of your. Oh, that's so gross. I'm so sorry if you're only. Oh,
I
God.
only did that for Carrie's benefit. Sorry.
I have a real hard time with people eating food, and I have a really hard time with seeing inside people's mouths. If you look at my face, I think I've aged like 30 years in this podcast. Like these lines in my forehead are getting more pronounced, and it's killing me. My eyes are turning
Did you
red.
finish your chicken?
I ate half of it.
Who's the other half?
No.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
What are you doing? Get out of my space. He's
There's
in my space.
What is that half chicken right there?
Number 8 was half.
No, you gotta eat all of that.
I can't do that, baby.
You gotta eat all of that. You can't eat half a chicken.
Do you know how sometimes when you're in a relationship and you're like, oh, I don't think the other person loves me? This is one of those times. All right, so here's the question.
I do feel that way. I don't think you love me because you won't eat the whole thing. What's the question, baby? Stop hiding behind your seat and drinking.
All right, this was from Bo Jennings.
What?
Bo, who lives in
I
Maine,
know who it is.
in our town. All right. He says his favorite question, and he asks it when meeting a date, which is kind of funny, or interviewing potential employees, sorry, not employers. Oh my God, I can't talk. What TV or movie character best represents you and why? Aw, thanks, Doug.
Done.
What character represents you,
you.
babe?
I
Go.
was just watching you flap your wings in front of
Because I'm
your face.
dying.
You haven't even eaten the whole thing.
I'm trying really
I have no sympathy if you're only going to eat half. Oh, nice job, baby. Now eat the other half from before. Anyways, I'm proud of you.
hard. Answer the question.
I'm thinking.
There's no time to think on a podcast, baby. You
Yeah,
gotta be
there is.
fast. No, it's just dead air.
Scooby on Scooby-Doo.
Really?
No.
I can kind of see that. Or Yogi Bear.
Hey, easy there.
I don't know if this is. I'll do this because you're failing. My thing is, but I love you even when you fail. My thing. Oh God, I'm gonna die. My Emily.
It's about you, not Emily.
Says that I'm the most like Marshall in How I Met Your Mother and Jess in what's that show?
I don't know.
With Schwartz and Jess.
I don't know who Schwartz and Jess are.
D, come help me, please. It's like, who's that girl? Who's that girl? It's Jess. And she says that because she thinks, as my child, that I'm a hopeless. Thank you, Jenna. Is who's that girl? I guess, or new girl, maybe. And Jess is like a kindergarten teacher or something, and she does art on the side. And Marshall's a lawyer, but they're both break into song at bizarro times, and they both really believe in other people until they get totally smashed by the reality that is life. And yeah, that's who everyone says I am.
No.
But Shaun disagrees.
Emily says that.
Yeah.
That's not everyone.
Well, Jenna says it. Jenna agrees.
She said she can see Jess. She didn't say she can see you as Jess.
Marshall,
whatever. Anyways.
Oh my God.
I thought it was Marshall from. Oh, I'll take that one. I like that one.
Susie says
Foghorn Leghorn.
that Shaun is Foghorn Leghorn.
I love that one actually.
I also feel like he could be Pepe Le Pew.
What?
Nothing.
What'd you say?
I feel like you could be Pepe Le Pew.
Do I stink?
No, but you're like, ooh la la.
Oh yeah. I'm
Let
like
me
a
touch you,
combo.
baby. Or you could be Dexter.
Oh, that too.
It's really hard not to wipe my eyes
Why?
because
You
they
want to do
hurt.
number 10? It's the last one. As a matter of fact, it's called The Last Stab, Apollo. It's 2 million Scoville heat units.
All
You
right.
can do it, baby.
I don't think I can. The last question is from D.
Yeah?
If you could go anywhere in the world, where would you go and why?
Oh, yeah. I'd go to Southeast Asia.
Is that because that's where Emmy is right now?
No.
Oh.
I wanted to go there way before she did.
So, all right.
I'd go there for the food and for the things that you can get done for cheap that you can't get done other places in the world. Like a foot massage. Yeah.
A $2 foot massage is all about the $2 foot massage.
That's right. And the food.
Art says that he flinches every time I touch my face, but I don't even notice that I'm touching my face, Art, because I'm in
No, he said he flinches every time you touch your face.
Yeah, that's what I meant. I don't even notice.
Stop making him flinch. One hand on the wing, the other hand in your lap.
I'm gonna just grab the freaking computer and call it good.
Have you even eaten your number 10?
What?
Have you eaten your number 10?
Yeah, look.
One bite. Eat it all, baby.
Here's a little hint for all of you looking for your significant other or spouse or just long time bed buddy. Choose someone who doesn't make you eat the whole thing when you're sobbing through your eyes and you're dying. Choose wisely.
That's the beauty of that scene.
Do a hot wing challenge with them ahead of time and find out if they're supportive or just evil. And that's why Shaun is Dexter.
Look, mine is Bear. You're still waving 3/4 of you around.
D says that you just remind her of Matthew McConaughey. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, if you can talk, I'll eat this. But you have to
talk right now. Do you think that thing's so hot I can't talk?
Yeah.
Because that's not even close to being true. I can talk. Blah 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 blah.
Talk in a sensical manner, baby.
Okay, I will.
All right. If you could live anywhere in the world, where would you live, Shaun?
I would live on an old oil rig that was converted into a house in the middle of the ocean. And then I could fish right at the bottom of the oil rig every day.
It's all about fishing.
Yeah, you know that.
And you know why this is terribly sad? Because Shaun doesn't fish at all, mate. And everything he talks about is fishing in like his dream world. And you know what? He's also making fun of me for not finishing it, but look at him shoveling in the French fries.
Jeez, I won't eat another one for the rest of the
Oh my God.
I'm just hungry.
If you could speak a foreign language, what would you choose?
I don't know. Maybe it'd be called hot chicken wing. Is that a different language? Hot chicken wing. What did you choose? It's not that bad, baby. Run your finger across your eye and you'll know that.
You hate me.
No, I don't.
This is true proof that you hate me.
That's how you build up tolerance.
I hate it. I hate the whole thing.
I'm glad. Is your plate empty?
No, I still have half of chicken nugget number 8.
Eat it. It won't bother you now.
All right, here. What's your favorite snack food?
Oh my God. I have so many. It's probably Doritos. But
Susie says Dorito dust.
Man, if I could have Dorito dust, I put that on everything.
Hate it all.
Could you imagine dusting a piece of bread and then putting a nice hot dog on it?
That sounds disgusting.
Oh, God.
That sounds like the worst thing I could ever imagine eating to me.
Dorito dust is the most universal seasoning in the world. It's better than salt.
Give me a dried fig any day.
Dried fig?
Darn pig.
Oh, she'll be all right, Sire.
Sire said what, Shawnee?
She doesn't need a bucket of water. Just anybody give one bucket of water to Carrie. She's almost dying. She's not. She's tougher than this.
I made it through.
You did, but I'm very proud of you.
But my mouth is never going to be the same.
It doesn't have to be.
That was the longest hour in my life.
I think you got a tear on your cheek.
Probably, but I can't touch it.
Oh, you're right.
Because then I'll make Art flinch. Okay, we need to end this
Use
podcast.
Your napkin, your cloth napkin. Why do we need to end it?
Because it's over an hour.
Okay.
And I'm gonna die.
You're not.
And we have to also say that Stevie gave us a new music for the outro, and he's amazing.
Oh, listen to the new music, please.
And thanks for being here. And I'm so sorry I wimped out.
And have a good weekend. Carrie will be fun. I'll make sure of it.
He won't.
I will.
He won't. He doesn't care.
I'm going to give her mouth to mouth. Thank you for listening to Loving the Strange. Please be sure to like and subscribe. And remember, embrace the strange. New episodes every Saturday, live streaming Fridays. Go get your strange on, friends. Thanks for listening.